All right. Well, we are pretty close to 20, so I'm just going to get started. What's up, people? I don't have a crazy long show planned for today, but because I got some stuff to do, but I did want to have a show just so that y'all can not be left hanging. But what's up, everybody? Um, Happy Monday to you. And wow, um, busy couple days, but I didn't fly this weekend. Nate will be on in a few minutes, guys. I've got to get things set up. But so busy day. Um, I got home. I did some barbecue. Well, grilling. Barbecue takes time. I did grilling, and then got two burners done just before the show. So as you can see, this thing here is getting packed up to go to John Shaw. Gonna be ready to go in the morning. Um, but yeah, a busy day yesterday. I ended up playing airplane Uber. I sold my Arrows MiG 29, and the person that bought it is in Elk Grove, which is 2 hours away. So the wife and I went on a little adventure yesterday and dropped off a plane. So anyway, let's get started with me saying what's up to the peoples. First, start off with my members. Um, So let's see. So I'll start off with Mr. Mike SSI. What's happening? I don't know if he's here yet today, but he is one of my members. He was the first one to join. Mr. Joe Pellegrino, another one of the ones that rejoined after I changed things. Mr. Eric Fowler, George Watts, the ever so popular Mr. Pilot Ryan Media. He's there. Thanks for joining. Jet Tech Don Atkins, Ghost RC George Pryor, the ever so popular GB Linden's RC, Mr. Alex Morales, FPV Everything, and then Dexter Tucker. So thank you guys a lot for being members, supporting the channel, um, making Mr. Gooniac able to do some cool stuff. So let's do the usual and get started with some questions. And I'll grab Nate and bring him in here. Um, so it's Monday. Ask some questions. And then I got some stuff I wanted to talk about too. Um, if anybody pays attention to the stuff on Facebook, it's been a little interesting over the weekend. We've got some stuff that's been flying around there. What's up, David Schneider? I know it's late. Thank you for coming by. So let me check and see who else is in here too, guys, before we get started. So Mr. John Shaw, which I talked about earlier, there's your plane right there next to me. It's going out. What's up, Andy Cho, Mr. Shadow Ops, Ron for the Hills Mining. What else? Wild Bill, what's up? The Fred Barron, what's happening? Mr. George Watts, we talked about you already. Thank you for being a member. RC Roland, Charlie Marcioni, yours is in the mail. Pete Lane, what's happening? Mike Finn, howdy. Spencer Keith. I hope you enjoyed your goodies, Spencer Keith. That was something I've been holding on to for a while, been meaning to send out. Wanted to make sure that you see that I appreciate you supporting me. As much as you do, you fly more than I do, which is hard to believe. You fly a lot, pretty much every day. But you have burners in all your planes. Very much appreciated. Arcturus FPV, that's Mr. Leif. What's up? Mr. Ghost RC, George Pryor said howdy to you already. Who else? Discover RC. Never stop the RC. What's happening, guys? BD Tennessee. Brian Chambers, what's up? The RC Air Marshal. The eloquent farter himself. Sorry for the shaking, guys. My desk is a little flimsy. But yeah, so questions. Anybody have questions? And then I'm going to get into what it was I wanted to talk. Mickey BRC, what's up? Get into what Airvex, what's happening. Make sure JCB 67. All you guys, thanks for coming by. We're up to 34 people in here now, so thanks very much. Questions? Ask some questions. If there are. Olins, what's happening? Planes, archery, table tennis, what's up? And yes, Andy Cho, I saw that. Congrats. That's a very cool plane. Lots of fun. What's up, Hamilton's Hangar? How you doing, buddy? Congrats on your maiden. Those F4s are actually quite a bit of fun. A lot of fun. Only issue I have with that plane is it's really easy to fly, and if you fly by yourself, it can get boring. But it is a cool plane to see, especially flying where you fly, because that's where they used to fly. Frankie RC Planes, what's up? Pilot Jerry RC. So yeah, anybody got questions before we get started? Before I bring in Mr. Super Dingus, who's able to fly every day, this damn house now. I'm gonna stop the cam for a second. I'll be right back. You can still hear me though. Just gotta close the window. Ooh. And Hamilton's Hangar, yes, that is a Gripen, and that Gripen belongs to Mr. John Shaw, or JS. It's actually getting shipped to him. So, yes, Pilot Jerry, I do have burners for the Rafale. That Rafale uses the same setup, the same size setup that the FMS 2100 and 2000 kV use. So I have those. If you want one, get it while you can. That's a good thing you bring it up too. The Rafale, that's the plane I'm going to talk about a little bit today. So I'll bring it up later. But yeah, the burner for that plane, if you want it, is $60, shipped in the U.S. So if you want a burner for the Rafale, they're shipping. They're out there. Yep. I don't think anybody has a fiery booty in theirs yet. I know that RC Informer's got one. I don't think he's shown it yet. Charlie Marcioni, I can make burners for anything. I don't know what the little exhaust nozzles, how big they are, but I'm sure I could do it. It can be done. Although you don't see flames coming out of those. If you see flames coming out of those, something's gonna burn out. If anybody does decide they want a burner for the Gripen, for anything, but especially for the Rafale, because that's the newest thing, email me. Let's put the email in there. Yeah, we'll get to that, Air Marshal. People are, everybody makes a big deal about stuff. Oh, there's some keyboard warrior trying to play semantics because he's an aerospace engineer. That's so what? But anyway, we'll deal with that later. All because of terminology being said wrong, blah, 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 whatever. Who cares? So let's see if there's no other questions. Or if you guys have anything else that wants to come up. Let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, David Snyder, there's a lot, and I've cut most of those people off, so I don't have to deal with it anymore. It's just stupid. So somebody asked, okay, Olin's RC, that's a good question. What's your favorite F-18? Favorite F-18 is, as Nate knows, there's Super Dingus right there. As Nate knows, is the baby fate, I call it, the 70 millimeter FMS. He hasn't seen it since it's gotten all balanced and perfect now. It is. Arcturus FPV, what were you asking? If you said it again.
He wants to know your opinion on the Draco. I can give you my opinion on the Draco because I got one coming. Yeah. But he wants to.
Oh, he has one. But so Nate's already biased, so forget Nate. But the I don't know about the Draco. I'm not gonna hop on the bandwagon. I'll wait and see what Nate says, and I'll do a good video of his. But dude,
Mike got one too.
Oh, Mike, he did.
Mike's dad got one.
Perfect. So then we can do two videos.
Yeah.
Well, of one video of two planes. or is there something else going on? What? Huh? Yeah. So yeah. As far as I don't know. I'm not very happy with the way the foam looks, the paint looks. I'm not for the gimmick part of it. If it goes on sale, I'll buy it. But don't have any super desire right now.
I will say.
Yeah, that's right, RC. Marshall, you went a whole 2 hours without even bringing that thing up because you're all into trucks. Talk about your trucks.
They got everything on that Draco that the full scale one has. And apparently, so it's got all like the 17 lights, the instrument panel lights up, but apparently there's like a flight mode thing for the lights where you can like change like how many lights are on at once or something.
That's cool. Well, the full scale one had those lights that alternated.
The wigwag, and maybe you can make it so they're steady. The real one they wigwag all the time. But I love the king shots too, the reverse thrust. I like
that's kind of cool. I mean, that is cool. That's like a true turboprop. Merlin RC, and you're all the way over there in Australia, so thank you very much for being here, my friend. Yes, I am planning on getting the Rafale. I'm probably going to get it here pretty soon, just because of all the BS that was going on over the weekend. Because that plane looks cool.
Yeah, the lights don't look insane bright, but it's like
yeah, but they're there.
They're there.
So yeah, so I hope I answered the question about the F-18. My favorite is the 70mm F-18. Second favorite is the E-flite 80mm F-18. That's a cool plane. Like it. Mickey BRC. I don't think you guys are taking over. I have a lot of customers over in Australia, so it's been cool. It's been very cool.
Yeah, I could do this. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know anymore, man. There you go. You can kind of see some airplanes. My poor F4 is missing a tail.
What happened?
Yeah.
Huh?
Goddamn cats.
Oh, oops. Okay.
Cat. There was bins stacked up behind it, and cat got trapped in here all night and
knocked it off.
Yeah. Luckily, it was just destroyed the vertical. I ordered a new vertical. It's all good. I already have the decals from replacing the nose. There's like a dent in the fuse, but they can't even see it.
Yeah. My F-104 fell on my F-35.
Good one.
So it's
and also the V1200 right elevator got broken off. I didn't know it was only a foam hinge on that thing.
Discover RC, yes, I will, but not for the stock motors. It will be for the upgraded in-runners that I plan on putting on mine when I get it. And that's coming soon. We'll see. I don't know exactly when, but I plan on getting it.
I'm kind of liking that thing. I'm excited about the Draco, though. The Draco is very exciting.
Yeah, well, I'll let you and Mike play with those things first, and then I'll figure out if I want it or not.
I'm excited to play with Mike's new thing that he's got coming, the Hawker Hunter. Dude, you missed it. We basically had the field to ourselves after like 2 o'clock.
Nice.
And you know when you go behind the fence out there, there's like
That's
that.
All.
We were doing touch and goes with the one.
Did you get in trouble for being out there? I mean, I don't know.
We were there by ourselves. Nobody gave a damn. We were like landing on the AstroTurf, but dude, we realized when we get our Dracos, we're gonna land them in the field. We're gonna have fun out there with Dracos. Okay.
Yeah,
Michael's pouty about it, man.
What do you mean pouty?
So apparently his dad got it for him, as a surprise, and Mike was like, "Oh, I don't want it."
Yeah. Charlie Marcioni, the main reason why I don't make them for the 64s is because that outrunner is so big. If you put anything around it, like these guys want you to, actually, you know what? There's a video. Our pilot Ryan
Marshall will tell you.
Yeah, pilot Ryan put out a video where he was flying with the Arrows F-15 and then the Arrows MiG-29. The MiG-29 had burners. I don't know whose burners those are, but he went off the end of the runway and tried to take off, and it wouldn't go up again. So he did a touch and go and tried to take off, and I'm like, oh, what burners are in? Oh, it's got burners. That's why. And it would hardly get around it. There's not enough room around them, so I won't do it just because it's going to hurt thrust.
But
No, George Watts, nothing bad happened. What's up, RC Informer? That's guys, if you want an actual full-on review of the Rafael, watch his, because he does a full-on non-biased review. We've had a few people that are doing biased stuff, and it's kind of annoying, purposely making it so that other things seem like crap when it's really not what's happening. George Watts, it was no big deal. It's just people on social media being keyboard warriors.
Fanboys and keyboard warriors.
Yeah. Yeah, Discover RC, the 64s, you can get them. If you're going to get them, I recommend you get the RC Geeks. But I don't really recommend getting them at all because they block thrust. You know, everybody wants to say it's negligible.
The RC Geek is the only one you can get now, at least that I know of.
That's what I know. Yeah.
The other brand that made them is
yeah, that's no longer. Yeah, and see, that's the whole thing. I'm not going to talk smack about anything. It's just the design didn't work, and I wasn't going to do it for that very reason. So, yeah. So, you know, and I'll put that up there because that's what I had said as, you know, something that I wouldn't do because it's just leaving too many things to go wrong. The tolerances are too tight. All it takes is a little slip, and next thing you know, the outrun is revving. So yeah, nope. Andy Cho, you are going to love that plane. You're gonna love it.
That's like
you are gonna love it. And Kenny, what's happening,
dude? So I don't understand.
So yeah, if you guys want the effect of burners, get the ones for the outrunners. Just don't be prepared for the performance to drop. You're going to drop quite a bit of thrust. And again, that video that Pilot Ryan posted over the weekend, you could see it because that MiG-29 could not keep up with the F-15. I mean, I know they're two different planes, but still, it was a significant difference, especially when the MiG-29 was on the ground and tried to take off again, and it went off the end of the runway. So,
the flying everyday life doesn't suck, you know.
I was gonna say, you little butthead, you got to fly the MiG and everything today.
Dude, I flew my MiG like 5 times today. I flew the Focke-Wulf. Dude, I got my new motor for the Focke-Wulf. Actually, I got 2 of them.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. But I think from the time I put the new motor in the Focke-Wulf, I think I put like 20 flights on the Focke-Wulf in 48 hours.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. I love that plane.
I just need to get out there with my Mustang so we can do some combat. Not contact, some formation / combat.
I was gonna say, you won't, well, I wouldn't contact with that thing.
No.
Fly my Aero P-47 on flat.
So the plane I did kind of want to talk about because I do plan on getting it, and I've been paying attention to things about it, and this is something that I brought up, and some dude jumped all down my throat because, you know, I'm using the wrong terminology, blah, 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 blah. All right, well, let's just talk about it. The new FMS Rafael, they have a function on it listed as flaps, and it's not really flaps. It's more like, no, not even that. It's crow is what it is. If you want to be technical, because this guy's, whatever, blah, 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 whatever, it's crow. It's not really flaps because it's a Delta, and Delta do different things with
Gripen.
Not Gripen. It's Rafael.
I know.
Uses crow.
I'm just
slow it down. And there are speed brakes on the real plane, but not on this one. This is just crow to help it slow down. But yeah, so I plan on getting the plane. I encourage everybody to check out RC Informer. If you're in here, drop the link to your reviews on the plane, because I appreciate when you do reviews because you do it in an unbiased fashion. You don't have any real interest in, you know, being a fanboy of any kind. You post things to help people out, and I appreciate that. And it's non-biased, and it's in a way that gives people information. So if you're here and you can post those links to your video, please do, because those are some of the best. I've posted a few other videos too. I just don't want videos from people who are going to purposely want to knock the product. It just annoys the crap out of me.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw that video.
Yeah, it's just like, what the heck? Well, I've never seen.
I love those two with the Arrows F-15. Like literally, he's gonna make it a flight review, and then he starts about how bad it is.
And that's not. You do pros and cons. So whatever. Just don't be biased. That's just. So I do plan on getting it. I flew the Griffin for a while. I like the way it flew. I just don't like the look of the plane, which is why.
You stick that little blue box. You stick that little blue thing in there. Makes it a hell of a lot.
There you go. So RC Informer, he just posted the video. Please take a look at that.
It's as ugly as that thing, dude.
But it's a little different, and I may not like that either. I might get that and be like, I don't.
I'll take it then.
Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, but Keith, I wasn't gonna say names. You said the name. You said the names.
Okay, it's been said.
Well, whatever. I don't care. I didn't say it, but it's stupid. Yeah, and the canards do go up and down, but there's elevators and ailerons on the wing, and they'll split and go opposite directions, which is considered crow. And I know you would, Spencer Keith, because you're that kind of guy. You don't give shits, and it's fine.
He don't give shits.
It's just I don't feel like dealing with it. It was just dumb. I'm so tired of it. Everything's turning into a pissing match. Everybody wants to, doing that real pilot stuff. I'm like, dude, if you're such a good pilot, and he laughs at me because I say he's not smooth, because he's not smooth. He's bouncing all over the place, especially at Joe Knoll and other places. It's like you're trying to show off.
I'm not going to name names, but one of them crashed one of the first F-35s in the country.
Yeah, not to mention the F-18s that just crashed. I mean, they got the E-Flight F-18s and promptly crashed them. I've never crashed mine.
Joe Pellegrino, it's my man cave, but the cars will eventually be able to be parked in here because I'm gonna figure out how to store these planes. Our contractor, he's gonna build some custom cool thing, but he's stuck at another house that he's working on. Yeah, I don't mind it like this, but I mean, it kind of gets annoying. But
so
it is. What?
Merlin RC, that's exactly what I was trying to say. It's just I'm more about there's proper terminology, but 95%, or actually more than that, 99% of the people on the internet or that fly RC don't have any proper terminology for anything. So, yes, it could be technically called flaps, but they're not going to be the conventional type of flaps that people are used to. So I made a post saying they're not the flaps you're used to. This guy said, "Oh, are you okay, Tech? Because the air flaps, whatever, blah 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 blah." Wah. So I just got rid of it. I'm here to help people. I try to help people all the time. That's the whole purpose of my channel. It's to make sure that people can learn something from what it is that I've done. Because when I started out at this, I didn't have anybody to help me out. So trying to do the same thing. Guys, check out RC Informer's links. I'll post it up there. Check out his links to the videos, because if you want to see the videos that are done in a way that's actually helpful and shows you pros, cons, all that stuff about the planes, take a look at his RC Informer's links, because he actually does that. It's not done in a way to bash the product. It will pull it apart and will say what he sees is wrong or in what could be better, because he always goes through and makes things better. But it's not going to be set up in a way to, oh yeah, well, this thing sucks compared to this. It's not what you're trying to do. It's just
anyway, fanboys.
Take a look at RC Informer stuff. He reviews anything, doesn't matter what it is. If he gets his hands on it, he'll review it and he'll say the good thing. So he'll say the goods and the bads, and he'll basically say what it is that needs to be done to make it right. Yeah, Mickey BRC, it wasn't that guy. It was another guy that was some aerospace engineer, but he's just trying. He was stuck on terminology and semantics instead of what was actually being said. And I said, oh, you want to get me on that? Go ahead. You're great. Whatever. Who cares? But the whole point is most people out there don't know the proper terminology, don't know all this stuff. So I'm trying to help them so that they'll know that those crow is not going to help you slow down for landing or work as
I think it's
takeoff.
going to make it go
flags.
in faster because the thing wants to sink like that.
Exactly. It's you have to exactly. It's dumb. Whatever. And yeah, some kind of pilot that I'd never want to be on a plane with. But yeah, what's happening? FPV everything. If you guys want to see an Arrows RC F-15 that has been seriously modified, check his out. He's putting 70 millimeter FMS fans in there.
Who?
FPV everything.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So
That might be the move with that plane, though. Honestly,
what's that?
that might be honest. That might be the move with that plane because it doesn't look underpowered, but it's definitely like 1-to-1.
Yeah, but I'm gonna put in renders in it. The ones that I was gonna put in the
MiG 29.
29, which I'm glad is gone. I sold it. Yes, I had to drive 2 hours to
Yeah, I
deliver
heard.
it, but still,
I heard.
yeah. You know, and it's one thing to be right, and it's another thing to just be annoying and be right. So, what's the point? You know, it's
That's
just
kind
dumb.
of me sometimes.
It is you all the time, actually.
I'm being annoying about it, but I'm right.
Yeah, but you're still annoying. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm not a douchebag though.
It's okay. You know what you're doing. It's fine.
I'm not.
And
A
yes, hey, Che, that was a freaking screaming flight with that scorpion. I've seen those things and I know how fast they are, but it's just every time I see it, I'm like, look,
First
that's
grade will be shipping the 24th thing.
that thing is crazy fast.
The Scorpion.
Yeah, the
You know
90.
what I want to get? I want to get that extra that Che had, the big 12S FMS. I want to get
That
that.
thing's huge, and the sound it made. Oh my god.
No, I know. It's I couldn't fly that here. It's too damn loud.
Yeah.
Maybe would kick my. Oh no, they wouldn't care honestly.
Yeah. The MiG 29 was not a bad plane. I actually didn't mind flying it once I figured it out, but it's just too much you had to do with it to get it right.
Too much to get it to fly right. That it wasn't fun.
Yeah, and then you had to think. It was more like having to think about all the proper steps to get things to work right. So, yeah, the F-15 looks like it's just easy. So, and I've already got these two fans here. Ricky Thrower, what's happening, my friend? Anybody that's here in the Northern California area, we're having a little jet rally in at the Oakdale field on April 17th. So if anybody is in, yeah, and if anybody's in Northern California wants to go to a jet rally at a really pretty field, I think they even have camping set up too. Go to the there's an event at the Oakdale.
You bought a Jetty transmitter, Che, for what?
There's going to be a jet event in Northern California on April 17th at Oakdale. So, but yeah, who bought a Jetty? Who bought a Jetty and what?
Zane, if you look at the freaking Horizon page, it says first batch pre-orders will be shipping on the 23rd of April.
April? That's that far out?
Yeah, it's about the same as a Focke-Wulf. I pre-ordered the Focke-Wulf and about a month later it was in my hands. Which,
okay.
By the way, you guys want that plane? Buy it. I love how when I was flying the Mustang all last week, I was talking about how that one's just a little better in my opinion, but I've been flying this one more.
Just depends on which one you're flying. You'll say whatever you're flying at the time is better.
I mean, the P-51, you know what's funny is if you know how to fly a warbird, the P-51 flies better, but if you don't know how to fly a warbird, the Focke-Wulf flies better.
Yeah.
The P-51 flies quite a bit heavier, which if you know how to fly a warbird is not a bad thing. The Focke-Wulf to most people is more approachable. If anything, the P-51, never mind. I'm not going to continue with my thing.
It just depends on what you're flying for the day. I know it's different.
What? Che, you bought a Jetty transmitter, bro? For what?
There's nothing wrong with Jetty. They're just expensive.
No, I know they're expensive, and he's just flying phonies. I mean, if he was buying a freaking composite turbine, sure.
No, he has that other.
I know he has that Black Horse L-39, but
yeah, I think he's got a couple other planes too.
that's expensive as hell for foamies. Well, good for you, Chad. That's great. I have no problems with Spectrum. The only time I ever had a problem with Spectrum is like a genuine problem was right after I like dropped my radio. So like, that was obviously that was when I first was learning to fly with my DX8. I remember I dropped it and I went flying, and the RF module apparently got like busted. Like it was still working, but like the actual antenna got busted. So like I took off with my plane, and like when it was 30 feet away from me, dead. That was on an original DX8, an OG DX8.
Yeah, and the module in the back will unplug if you drop it too hard, which ain't good. That ain't good at all. So that's another thing about the what is it about the Rafale that I wanted to bring up too is the fact that the motor, from what I've noticed, and it doesn't make any sense. People have to understand that not everything's going to make sense with RC. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and we learn things all the time.
Okay, Chad. Cool.
So with this, what I'm noticing, a lot of people are saying, "Wow, the Rafale doesn't have very much power," and it's their first or second flight. And from what I've noticed with these new FMS motors, number one, when you first get them, they're a little hard to turn over. And I don't know if that's bearings or I don't know what it is, but from what I've noticed, 6 to 10 flights, and I think Spencer noticed this too, after 6 to 10 flights, the fans really unwind and they get way better. Oh yeah, guys, check this out too, because RC Informer is going to be doing a live on Thursday about the Rafale. So if you guys want to learn everything about it in an unbiased way, in a way that's actually going to be constructive,
douchebag way,
in a way that's constructive to help people out, check out RC Informer.
Because that certain somebody's a regional pilot. Regional pilots.
Whatever.
This guy flies a CRJ 700. Bro. He thinks he's shit.
Hey, pilots are pilots. That's fine. Whatever. But most of the people that I've taught how to fly RC that were pilots were not very good. So, it doesn't matter. RC and full-scale pilots are different. You did both. You do both. It's different. And I started
in RC. I started with RC.
And so does, the Southwest pilots we know that are good. But, it just depends. It's a totally different
game. Starting RC and going into full scale, I started off full scale good. I just had to freaking learn how to fly from inside the plane, and then like getting better at full scale, that made my RC skills better.
Yeah, and Mickey BRC, I've never heard of that happening before. As far as the bearings need to seat or whatever, but from what I'm seeing, four different setups that I have all done the same thing. Especially the F-16. F-16, oh my God! After it hit 10, it just went ballistic. And it was not perception. That's actually what happened. The same thing with the F-5. Same thing with the F-18. Both F-18s.
Well, my F-4, the free-wing in runner, the plane got faster every time I flew it.
It did, and you weren't using new batteries. You were using old batteries.
Well, some of them were new, but each battery I was using was plus 50 cycles.
Yeah, so that's not new. Once you hit 10 to 15, it levels off. So
that F4 looks so stupid with that vertical stab on it.
Well, why'd you do that crap, man?
My mom was the last one in the garage that night. She let the cat get stuck in here.
Oops. So what was it doing? Jumping around?
Okay, so the F4 is right there. There's like a little step right there. And there was these bins stacked up to about here. And the cat got stuck in here overnight, and he was trying to find his way in, and he jumped on those bins, and they knocked over. So it knocked the right-hand elevator off the V1200. It was just Friday. My mom texted me. She's like, "Don't freak out, right?" She texted me.
Famous last words.
Yeah. She texted me the V1200 elevator. I'm like, it's okay. 5 seconds later, text me the F4. I jumped out of bed so fast. I was furious. I was pissed. That F4 doesn't even have like 30 flights on it. I was fucking pissed.
Well, it happens.
Well, I know. I calmed down after like 2 minutes. I was like, are you serious? And I noticed there's like some dents in the fuse, but it's like one, and you can barely. I put it in the lights, but you can't even see it if you look at it like head on. So I just ordered a new vertical stab, and I already had the decals from mine. I had to replace the nose, and I took it apart, did the servo out, I took the light out, and yeah, it'll be easy.
So Let's see. So from the units I was referring to, guys, one I have experience with are the FMS units. And Nate noticed it with his
Oh,
free
dude,
wing.
all my planes was free wing, like the A4, the MiG, my Gripen, my MiG 29. All of those are the F-35. All of my free wing stuff, except for my F-22 and my F-104, are stock. The F-22 has like a custom, the Leopard setup, and then the F-104 has a stock free wing fan, but it's not what came with it. It's the 2210 I put in my F-104. And the F-22's got like a crazy setup, which I haven't flown my F-22 in a hell of a
It's
long
been a
time.
while. Yeah, mine's
October.
down. Mine's down. I can't fly mine for a while. I gotta fix the fan.
I need to buy a receiver for it, and then I'll get it back in the air. I stole the AR-8000 out of it and put it in my F4. I didn't really feel like sticking a Lemon RX in the F4. It doesn't need a gyro anyway, so.
So let's see what else I'm paying attention to the Mickey BRC. Not all pilots. I'm just saying, some of the pilots that come in with like a little chip on their shoulder about them being full scale pilots. They're usually some of the worst RC pilots. Not all of them, but I'm just saying the ones that I've tried to train. One I just couldn't because he just wouldn't.
Well, people that start in full scale, they try to land an RC plane. They're like, they have to like reference things because they're not flying in it.
Right.
Well, that guy Flight Chops, he did a video like this was years ago where he took an RC pilot, put him in a full scale plane, and then they took Flight Chops, put him on an RC plane. The RC pilot's in full scale, he did great. Flight Chops fucking couldn't fly an RC plane to save his life.
No, it's different.
Totally different. But I found being an RC pilot made my full scale flying better.
Okay.
And I kind of noticed my RC skills improve after I was getting really good at full scale. Like, I don't know. It's more. Yeah.
Ricky Thrower, I'm planning on working on the MiG-29. I have to get all my orders done, and they're pretty much done now. I did 2 right before, but I have to get ahead of my orders, which I pretty much am right now, and then I'll get started on it. I have all the parts. I had to make room. The Arrows MiG-29 is gone. The Gripen's gone.
So,
well, it's sold. So it's just a matter of getting stuff out.
If you
Jack the Ripper, yeah, you were ripping him big time, RC Marshall. Holy crap, that was funny.
I wasn't on there when he was ripping. I was eating dinner.
I had my phone just playing because I was doing barbecue. My youngest came. I was like, "Jesus, Dad!" I'm like, "No, it wasn't me." Killer Planes. Oh, hey, Killer Planes, what's happening?
Dude, I love the Focke-Wulf is so fun to fly, dude. I love that plane. You know what's funny is I was kind of complaining about the speed, which it's still not as fast as the P-51. The P-51 is probably like 15 miles an hour faster. But my original Focke-Wulf motor went bad, and I put the new one in it, and I was like, damn, it's faster than it was. So my old motor must have been cracked the whole time, and all of a sudden it just decided to start sounding silly. You know, it's funny. I put a new one in it, but then I have a second one, and yeah, that was annoying. I originally ordered this one from Hobby Zone because I didn't want to pay tax. Never shipped, and I was like, "What the hell?" Never shipped. It took like a week, and it still hadn't shipped. So I'm like, "Screw it." I didn't think it was ever going to ship because something happened or something. So I just went on Horizon and ordered it from Horizon, and Horizon with the warehouse in California, I ordered it, and 3 days later I had it. And of course, the one from Horizon that's in my Focke-Wulf now says out for delivery, I get a shipping notification from Hobby Zone. So now I have another one. So if my Focke-Wulf motor blows up again, or if my P-51 motor blows up, I have another one. the 460 kV.
So what's up, Jermaine? I have a 460 here waiting too for my.
You know what's funny is the FMS P-47 is a 4258, but the KV's different on it.
What is it? I thought it was.
It's not a 460. 460. I think it's different. Let me look.
I think it is 460.
No, I looked at it. I may be
See,
wrong.
Rafa, yeah, do that. Send me the label. Because I was going to do it. I was going to pick up one from the post office today, but I changed my mind because I knew you might want me to do a label. Just email it, and I'll have it dropped in there tomorrow. And Mr. Frederick Shinky, thank you for the PayPal. Much appreciated.
Of course. I have to go to Hobby Zone to see the actual parts. Horizon.
Hey, Joe Valdez, what's happening? Did you get your burner? You should have gotten it.
Horizon like freaking puts like the like it doesn't like put the motor specifications.
So I'm gonna do a share screen thing here, Nate. That's gonna get weird for a second. It always does.
If they would put a better paint scheme on that P47, I'd get it. If that P40 they had was 6S and it was a 1500, I'd totally get it.
So guys, check this out. If you want to get a couple different,
oh, that's weird. It is
RC Castle sells the not free wing, the FMS. Come on, the FMS 2100 kV, the 80 millimeter. They have that. They're actually really good at shipping. You do have to pay for shipping with these guys, but they ship stuff fast. You'll get it in a couple days. There are a couple others that I wanted to show you guys because they have some new setups available. There's really not that much of a reason to get this because it's just a bigger motor and the output's the same as the regular 2000 or 2100. I forget what it is. But if you wanted a slightly bigger motor, they now have a 3665 size motor for the 80 millimeter. This is 2000 kV. And the numbers are basically the same. It's just a slightly bigger motor. I think the only difference would be that this motor might spool up a little faster. It's a little bit bigger, but it is more in price. And I like the fact that the 2100 is a 32 millimeter motor, which is out of the Airstream, which gives you a lot more thrust, and it's lighter. So those are the 80s.
BD Tennessee. So BD Tennessee said it's a 650 kV, which a few days ago when I told you it's in stock, that's what it said. But I just went to Hobby Zone now and it said it was a 460 kV. So
for which one? For the
1500 P47 FMS.
Really?
Yeah, it said it was a 650, but I literally just looked and it said 4258, 46 kV, the same as this.
Yeah, 460 is what it should be. That's what I ordered.
Like I said, a few days ago I looked and it was a 650. So I don't know. They must have just changed it or something because when it I
don't know because it was 6S and it was one of the first 460s. So,
dude, I would totally buy that plane, but the paint scheme is just yeah. I don't care for it.
Yeah, Nevada 08. I have a whole bunch going out. Whole bunch of them. I'm dropping off 7 of them tonight in the mail, and then it's just going to be that way for the next couple days till all of them are out. Had some weird ass part stuff happen, but got it all worked out. Stuff showed up a couple months early, which is what I was expecting. So, RC Castle is from China. China shipped really well. So here, let me look back. I forgot that I was still on shared screen, but take a look. This is what I have for the F16, and this is an amazing setup. This is for an 8S system, a whole all-metal motor, and with the power that this thing has, for $130, it's nothing.
Pretty insane.
It's nothing. And now that I've gotten used to that plane, it is a beast. But I still can fly really hard for 4 minutes with no issue. And I'm not abusing the batteries at all.
I still don't care for the F1690. It just looks...
Yeah, and it's got that droopy nose. I noticed
it just looks like it's not built well. I mean, it's an older plane. I get it, but...
And I was able to go through and make some changes, which helped. And I think I need to raise that nose a little bit. I think I can. But then there's...
You put Velcro behind the top of it. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, it's also the paint. The paint's off. It makes it look weird. So there's another 6S system that's all metal for the FMS as well. It's an 1850 kV.
No, I didn't even notice that. I never
Yeah.
even knew that.
It's new. It's it's 1850 kV, 4068 size motor.
Oh, that's a big old motor. Holy crap! That's like the same as the Freewing.
Yeah.
It's a little more kV.
So, but yeah, that's the thing. They have that good rotor, so they're able to get higher kV. But you get a lot more out of these FMS.
Oh yeah.
So let's see what it is.
Yeah, never mind.
So then there's the Freewing stuff too. But if you guys haven't checked out RC Castle, check them out. You do have to pay a little bit of shipping because they come from China, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I've gotten stuff in as fast as 3 days from these guys. So let's get back to here. And sorry for all the
weirdness,
but there we go. So that's some extra stuff. So now I was trying to look at chat. So yeah, and I have a new 460 kV motor that I was going to put in my red tail, but I'm gonna leave my red tail alone. My red tail uses the stock 540 kV, but I did the zip tie mod, which helped a lot.
God damn it.
And then I fly it on a big 4S 5800 or 6200, and then I don't fly it on 4S anymore. I fly it on 5S now, 5S 4500, and that thing's a rocket ship, and it's really good on packs. I can fly almost the whole time full throttle with the 4500 for 8 minutes.
You want to talk about P-51 rocket ship?
Which one do you have?
My E-flight is a... You think yours is a rocket ship? If you got to fly the 1.5 E-flight, that thing's a rocket ship, literally.
Thank you, Mr. Nevada, for the sticker. I appreciate it.
It's fun, man.
I forgot about that thing. Yeah.
I flew this thing a couple times. It's fun. Fun little plane. You got to get one of these, dude. You know what I want to do? The one that crashed in Hollister. I want to get another one and paint it like that. It's
the same. What color is his? Was it that color, kind of?
No, the one that crashed.
It was like a weird bluish color.
No, it was a blue and red.
Yeah.
No, dude, they finally got that thing out of there. They were there for like 2 weeks, like taking it all apart, and they trailered it out of there. Apparently, somebody bought it.
Are they gonna fix it, or just put it?
Either fix it or get it fixed enough to put it in a museum. I'm not sure, but I want to get another one of these and paint it like that because it wouldn't be hard. It's mostly blue and then the vertical is red, and I think I don't know.
Yeah, RC Castle has always been good to me. Once I started getting into the upgraded EDFs, I'd order them from those guys, and I get.
You should get one.
Get what? I had one of those. It's the newer one looks better though. I agree with that. Yeah, the F-16.
Stab. It's not a Depron stab.
That's good.
You do this. I think you'll like this. I found this. I don't even know where it came from. It's just a 12 blaze 64 mil fan I found. I don't know where it came from, but I think you'd like this.
Oh, that's a QX fan. Those are good.
I don't even.
What KV? It should be 3500 KV.
I don't even know what it is. It doesn't have
say on the motor. Let's say on the motor.
Doesn't say anything.
Don't say anything. Okay. Yeah, those are good. So yeah, Nevada 08. That F-16 is a blast. It is a blast.
Dude, this is a 64 mil. I put it together years ago, I think, but it sounds terrible. If you balance it and I put this in something, it'd be fun.
Balance those, because that's what I used to do. Those are on you could get those on eBay for $30.
I think that's where I got it from. I don't know why I bought it. I think I was gonna put it in something.
I'd balance them and they'd actually sound like turbines. They sounded really good.
Dude, if I buy something, I don't even know, man. I don't even know what this was in. It doesn't. It was something where like the fan was just pressure fitted in, something like that. I don't know what it was in. I found it though. I figured you'd like it. The
older FMS birds, you had to glue them in place. Put a spot of glue. They're limited on shipping planes. I think they're able to ship planes now. And yeah, Killer Planes. I did a lot of reaming to get that thing to work. It wasn't. I mean, it was mainly. I got a 90-degree elbow, and I used a flapper sanding wheel to get stuff to fit in there. I mean, I still have to smooth it out a little bit more. I was going to put aluminum tape in there to make it better, but I made everything smooth so that the fan fit and there was no flat spots. But the whole point in me doing it was for thrust, and Nate's seen it. It's got more thrust than it did before. It's not much faster, maybe 5-10 miles an hour.
No,
But
I mean, it's not faster at all.
yeah, but it's got a crap ton of thrust, and when you punch it, you can actually see the plane jump. And when you take off, basically with the older F-35, you take off, you'd have to let it gain a little speed and then go straight up. And it would go up, okay. But with this one,
If you let it gain speed, you would climb, but not as good as yours.
Yeah, as soon as you take off, point the nose up and it goes. It doesn't care. So, and it's still the same flight time. Nothing's changed. Its flight time's the same. The vertical's better. The speed's about the same, maybe a little bit faster, just barely. But
I wouldn't even say there's a difference.
Yeah, and I'm using the same battery I used with the 70, which was a 6S30C 5000. Even when I used the 70C was heavier, didn't feel quite as good, so I just stick with 30C. So it's good.
Speaking of turbine, cheap turbine, HSD foamy supervisor, maybe.
Yeah.
I have a garage now, man. Sharam could talk about me getting my turbine waiver so I can fly his planes, but now that I got a garage and a place to keep fuel.
So Killer Planes, it takes a lot of work. Did you see my video on that? Let me find the video. I'll grab the video. But I posted a video a couple weeks ago before the show, so you could see.
Discover RC, you still in here? I think Ray saw these. I was making some funny clips with Mike.
What?
Calling him Firefox and stuff and be like,
oh yeah, no, I did. I saw a couple of them.
Those were funny. Come on.
Yeah, it was. Okay, C Mafia, cool, thank you. So, Killer Planes, check out that link there if you want to see it. That's what I played before the show a couple weeks ago.
Oh, he's still here.
Who is?
Discover RC.
Oh,
I don't know. I mentioned him on I tagged him, but he never saw them. The videos I made of Mikey. Those were freaking hilarious. Let me find it.
So that Dynam BF-109 actually flew pretty good.
That thing's fun. I honestly want to get one to have.
Yeah, it looked like it was flying pretty good. Pretty impressive.
Wait, are you the Firefox? Yes, I am, sir. What's your name, little kid? Can I get your autograph, Firefox? Yeah, here. Oh my God! Can I really get your? I'll hold your radio. Sure, here.
Oh, we were having fun. It was just me and Mike out there, and Angelo was there too. I helped Angelo get his gripping in the air.
No, I saw he got the gripping going. That's good.
Yeah.
The thing about Dynams, they're not the best build quality and all that other stuff, but it takes a little bit of time.
Oh, dude, that 109, it's the crappiest thing you'll ever see, but it flies amazing.
That's what I was going to say.
We were having so much fun with it.
Yeah, they fly amazing, always. Yeah, Killer Planes, the vertical's a lot better with the 80 millimeter. The thing is, that's what I like about the motor I put in. The stock motor is a 29 millimeter. The motor that I put in with the from E-Flight or /FMS is a 32 millimeter. So there's barely any difference in size, but there's a big difference in performance. So the weight goes up by a few grams.
Yeah, see, look, we're.
But that's it.
We're flying. This is the runway to the field, but we're flying in the dirt trail back here.
That's actually perfect for the Draco.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna fly.
Wheelie landing in the dirt, it's gonna flip over.
And then blam, it's gonna flip. Bam.
Oh my God, dude! So there was this guy out there that he was there. You probably remember him. He was the one guy that had the V1200, and he was just pylon racing it. You remember that guy?
Mm-hmm.
He was out there and he had one of those little Ishin planes, and he couldn't get it to fly. Like he couldn't, like he just couldn't fly it. So he asked us like, "Hey, can you guys try it?" It was like a little Ishin P-51, and it was sketch, but we got it to fly good, and we were like having fun with it. And he ended up flying. He's like, "Oh my god, it actually flies!" The worst part was the tiny radio, though. I couldn't hold it with fingers.
And the hard thing is getting those things trimmed. Once you get
Oh my
them
god,
trimmed,
it was terrible.
they're fine. Once they're trimmed, they're fine.
Oh yeah, dude. When we were landing on the runway, standing up in the field.
Wow.
We were having a fun time.
Wait, you were standing up in the field, landing on the runway?
Yeah.
You guys are idiots.
Look at this was Mike.
Wow.
We're up in the field, and he's like he was about to crash into the pits, and he corrected himself.
Wow.
And then we ended up making some cool videos. He's like doing a pass through the below the fence.
That's pretty cool. John T, what's happening, John T?
More fun without you.
Got to get some flying today out in New Zealand with Mr. Over by where X-Jet flies. What's that? Oh, that's kind of cool. That's a good place for getting film. Yeah, I saw that one. That good old Dynam groan.
Yeah, the Dynam planes, they do like to make noise.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. So we were like doing touch and goes on the runway, and we're standing up in the field.
So wait, if you have that on, I don't have Instagram on here. No,
This is a cool shot. My A4.
Mm-hmm. With the MiG hunting.
Dude, I did what I did with my F4 with the elevator to throttle or the throttle elevator mix, and I put it on the A4, dude. So much better. The A4 did the same. The A4 did the same thing. It does like the zoom climbing at full throttle.
Mm-hmm.
So I did what I did with the F4, like that tiny little correction at full throttle with the elevator. Because the A4, it didn't, it wasn't bad, but like when you do a low pass, I kind of had to like nudge the stick forward a little bit to keep from climbing. I'm like, I did it with my F4. Let me do it with this. Yeah, now you can do a low pass at full throttle and it'll be hands off.
Okay, cool. Are you flying this weekend? I don't even know what the weather's going to be.
I plan to. Dude, honestly, if I was like that, I don't have to go to LFE ever again, to be honest. But I still make the hour and 20-minute trek because flying here is great, but doing it alone every day gets old.
Yeah.
Flying alone is nice sometimes, like Ray said.
Only sometimes. I don't like doing it all the time.
Although flying every day is nice. Then it's like, I'm at home, so I can just fly, hang out, fly a little bit. Like, I basically have all my batteries charged, and I basically burn them out throughout the week, or if I spend one day flying a lot, I recharge. What's nice, too, is if I'm at the field and I go home with charged batteries, just fly them.
Go home and fly. Fly them at home.
The A4 is so fun to fly here, dude. The A10 is actually one of the fun one here. The A10 is cool. I was flying my MiG-21, and our neighbor's on this side. He was a Vietnam vet, and he's like, "Is that a MiG?" And I'm all like, "Yeah." It's like, it should have been an F4. I'm like, I have an F4 in the garage.
I saw a video this weekend. Speaking of Russian planes, there's a MiG-23 still flying here in the U.S. I didn't know that.
Oh.
Somebody in the Midwest has a MiG-23, and there's a formation of like 6 planes, a couple L-39s, and some others.
I am field flexing. I'm field flexing. I have a field at my house with a paved runway, and I have a beautiful flying field I fly with a paved runway.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, Mike and I are using the crappy dirt trail to have fun. But like I said, that will be like where Mike was landing his DF-19 on that little dirt trail. That'll be perfect for the Draco.
Yeah, no, it is.
And there's like
same with the hills. Same with the hills too.
Yeah, up in the field there's a bunch of clear spots too. That's gonna be like Draco heaven.
Yeah, that should be cool. Just to get out there before the stupid bugs end up showing up. Yeah, Mickey BRC. It's a full scale MiG-23. If you, where did I find it? I'll forward it to you on Instagram. I found it on Instagram.
Yeah, the A4 is really nice plane, Merlin. You'll like it. Just make sure you keep it, get some nose weight in it, and dial the throws down. And she's easy. I basically, when I fly mine with the 5,000, I basically just put it all the way forward. I can give you my settings if you want them. I'm sure you probably got them already, but when I fly with the 5,000, I put it all the way forward, and then when I fly with the 6,000, I put it even with the end of the wood tray. So the 6,000 is like a 1/4 inch back from where the 5,000 goes.
See if I can find that.
Where's the A4?
If I can find that MiG-23, I will. Put it on the screen.
So yeah, my ailerons are at 42% with, make fun of me all you want, 45% expo.
What's
Elevators.
that?
Elevators 50% with again 45% expo. My rudders 100%, typical, and the 90% expo trick, which I know it sounds weird, but it helps, especially with the A4 being that plane with the tall gear, And then I also have a Lemon RX gyro, but it's like barely on. The plane doesn't need it. It's one of those planes where it doesn't need it, but putting one in it just I had it. What the hell?
It helps. All it does is smooth things out. You don't need it for any other reason, just to smooth stuff out.
The only foam jet that I have that it's one of those things. It doesn't need it, but it's like the Griffin. The Griffin was like the one foam jet that I would highly recommend a gyro for. Not that it needs it. The Griffin is completely controllable without a gyro, but the thing is it just was bouncy and it just looks stupid. So putting you saw mine, right? Putting that Hobby Eagle in is rock solid.
Mm-hmm.
It'll actually high alpha slower than the MiG-21.
So let me find that. I think the MiG-23 that I saw fly was a prop jet. It had a big old nitro motor in the front, and it actually had a swing wing too. But let me find
Merlin, the A4 doesn't need much. If you have too much aileron, if you have too much elevator, it'll tell you. I mean, you'll be able to get away with it, but too much aileron, what they recommend in the manual, dead, gone. And the stock CG, they recommend like 195. I think I started mine at like 185. I went like 10 millimeters forward. But like I said, I basically fly mine. I can grab the plane. Right here.
Dang it, I had it somewhere. Where is it?
I don't have my refueling thingy on it because I hate when it's sticking out. I don't want to step on it.
Yeah, so it's two MiG-33, two L-39s, SA 211. I don't know what those are, and then the MiG's leading. 5,000.
I put it all the way forward as far as I can go, and right where the end of that shelf liner is where I put my 6,000, which is basically the end of the wood tray. I have my Lemon RX in there, satellite receivers back there. This plane's cool. It's a good looking plane.
Okay, so
I like the A4 without the hump, but the thing is the free wing. If you look at it without the hump, the canopy is way too bumpy on it. Like the real one, it's not as like a hump. Brent Heck did a good job when he redid his to a Blue Angel. He actually made the canopy right. But I don't have that kind of time, so I stick the avionics hump on and it looks fine.
all right, so I have to let me post it in the chat. Post it in there. So Mickey B, check this out when you get a chance. That is the MiG. That's the MiG-23.
Yeah, her Merlin. With my Mirage, when I had it, I think my ailerons were about 30.
Yeah, Hamilton, I'm getting pretty tired too. I got a lot of stuff done, and I still have burners to get done. So I think we're going to wrap it up here, guys.
So if you're flying with a 5,000 Merlin, just start with it all the way forward. And if you feel like you can move back, if you fly the plane with stock CG, it flies fine. The thing is, when you get slow, it does that weird thing where it just wants to drop the tail. Nate, I have a question for you. What's up, Team Mafia?
And then Mickey B, it's the S211. there's a guy that flies
Marchetti?
A321s, and he actually instructs people on those little 211s too. But I posted the link. I posted the link there. Go take a look. And then they actually show, if you look further into it, they show the guys actually getting into the plane and other stuff too. So it's kind of cool.
What do you think about when you're at school? Oh, Jesus. Well, I don't know. Mainly with online school right now, it's just like, the days are all the same at this point. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. When I was in school, I don't know. I was thinking about, well, when's the day gonna be over? I don't know. I don't know what kind of answer you want out of me. But
yeah. So guys, I still see there's lots of people in here, and I hate to have to end the show now, but I am going to end it because I've got stuff to go do. I have things to throw in the mail, things to clean up. I have to eat. I went and made food for everybody and didn't actually eat myself. You know, the parent thing. Doing like RC Air Marshal. What the hell, man? So if there's anything else you guys want to talk about really quick, I'm going to wrap it up here in the next couple minutes. C Mafia got your email, so I'll get that. Since it's UPS, I'll have to do that in person. The other stuff I can drop off in the mail tonight. Eric Falvey, you are here. Yeah, thanks for coming by.
Nate Marshall.
Dana, no worries. It's always fun to come on here. My whole purpose for having this show is to try to help people with stuff that they need help with. I've been at this for a long time. I'm not the know-all, end-all, but I do know a lot, and I'd like to help people out.
Ray called me a know-it-all.
You are, because the sad thing is you're young, but you know a lot. You're one of the kids that go, actually.
Okay, I'm not like that. Shut the fuck up.
Show quitter. Yo, hey, Spencer Keith, don't get started on stamina. Okay, I'm not no show dude that's just gonna sit here and fall asleep on the camera. I have stamina in other ways that are more important. Thank you very much.
Okay, right.
I deal with it that way, but no, I gotta go deal with clean up my mess outside, put the grill away, get burners sent out. So yeah. Actually, let's see if you can see here. Turn the camera. See my burner set up there in the living room. Get all that stuff done.
Soldering in the living room.
I have to if I don't want to get. Well, the squirrels aren't out now, but I'd rather do stuff inside because it's easier to clean up.
Do you have like freaking fans in there?
Yeah, I do. Right behind me, right there. And then the windows open. Everything blows out. So I'm gonna get going, guys. Thank you all for hanging out. A huge shout out to Mr. Spencer Keith for being like the #1 customer. He has gotten more burners than anybody, and in a very short period of time. So I sent out a little thank you gift to him over the weekend.
Pellegrino. I'm only about 10 minutes from the airport now, so from here to my plane, 10 minutes.
Few minutes, but I'm not gonna do no freaking burner DoorDash for you. That's too far.
I'll come pick them up. I don't mind the drive to go pick them up.
Okay, but yeah, guys, Spencer.
I'll do it, and then I'll remember.
Spencer Keith is the man. He has gotten started in RC very quickly. He's got a ton of jets. He flies like every day. He kept me busy for a very long time.
Every day.
So I sent out a little thank you gift to him over the week, last week, to show my appreciation. But yeah, very cool. And thanks to all the other guys. Max, what's up? I see you, Keith Christie. I see the GB Linden's here too. Everybody's saying stuff now as I'm getting ready to leave. What the hell, y'all?
Hey, you can leave. I'll run the show.
No.
I'll get Gooniac. I'll get Gooniac banned from YouTube.
Exactly. You'll end up getting all no. But yeah, as I've been saying, the whole point of this show is to let people know what it is that I've done, what I do. People have questions. They want answered, they can ask me or ask Nate because we're both equally addicted to this hobby. Nate just got started about the same as when I did, but we're slightly different in
I've been
age.
flying for 9 years.
Yeah.
I
You
when
started
I was
what
Huh?
age?
7.
I started when I was 9, but I'm just going to be 46 this year. So yeah, but still, we got started about the same time. But you have surpassed where I was at that time because of radios and other stuff. But anyway, everybody have a good week.
Although I will say, I was like, when I learned to fly, there was no safe or anything. That stuff came out after.
No, but you had Expo and endpoints and all that other stuff. Travel adjust. We didn't have any of that.
No Expo.
We had none. We had to put Expo in other ways. So we had to do differential.
You had to glue the control surfaces so that they're like more sticky.
But seriously, some planes you did. But anyway, you guys have a good night. I will see y'all in the other streams over the week. But,
Dinner for air.
yep. Adios, y'all.
All right.
Good night.
See ya.
See ya.